Falcon fans, and of course, Atlanta Falcon fans.
Me.
Shit. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. We're back another episode here talking Atlanta Falcons football. My good homie Bodie 3000 is here with us. Episode 140, Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast. Just Google us. Too many places to name. Who knows what's going to happen by the end of the year? But one time for the fan is definitely on the up and up, man. So we're doing big things right now. Once again, shout out to all the Atlanta Falcon fans tuning in. Hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe button. Bodie 3000. What's the play, Jose?
I'm over here looking crazy. Y'all see my walls is naked. We got boxes behind me and stuff. We moving over here, so it's a lot going on. So moving.
Is this it? So it's true. You're taking the job in Alaska. This is true.
No, that's no. They offered that to you. You forgot that. No, we're just moving into a bigger home because we deserve it. So
you sure do.
But yeah, the goddamn lost. I know we didn't get on here and talk about that, but we're gonna talk about it tonight. Let's go.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Hashtag the fan club. Hashtag one timers. Drop those emojis in the chat. You know we repping the red and black all day. Atlanta United in the playoffs, so that's good for Falcon fans that do support Atlanta sports, right? I mean, the Braves unsuccessful this season. The Hawks getting started. I believe they play the Wizards tonight. So exciting times for basketball fans too as well. The NBA's back. And then for Georgia fans, I mean, you know how that is. There's always a good feeling there. Being a Georgia fan.
Number one. Well, number two now, but whatever the fuck. Anyway.
We'll see about that. But for Falcon fans that are big Atlanta United sports fans, I mean, right here, Atlanta United has a chance to probably get their second trophy. If they get past Columbus tonight, they'll go to the next round. If they beat that team, they'll probably be in the finals, of course, and then they'll go ahead and win another trophy. But going to the Atlanta Falcons, man, everybody wants to talk Falcons football. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Deshaun's already in the chat. He's already in the chat. Trying to get my voice back from Nashville. It was kind of crazy out there, man, because the Titan fans, they cheer, in a unique way. But I must say, I mean, the stadium was sold out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, they show up. Since them Oiler days, they've been showing up. So, yeah. Can't deny that. So
it's going down in a major way. Deshaun, R&B trivia. What 90s female singer made No Ordinary Love? Yeek. Get some. That sounds like a Sade mode.
That is Sade.
Sade?
So yes. It's Sade.
I know something about Sade now. Sade is one of the legendary singers, man. I'm talking about. Put on some Sade, boy. Hey!
Man, you don't know nothing about that, man.
Sheesh.
Don't even act like you know. You don't know nothing about that.
Hey, I don't spend all day listening to Uzi and Ken Carson and them all the time now. I gotta switch it up every now and then.
Yeah. Damn, net gonna break off. You doing this shit too much. Crazy.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe button, tag your Falcons friends, tag your Falcons family. Rise Up Tour is in here. Big shout out to the Rise Up Tour. All the other Falcon Facebook groups too as well. That's checking in. Big shout out, Rise Up Family, Falcons 2.0, Falcons Mafia. I mean, there's so many Facebook groups out there that have some amazing diehard fans that love listening and watching One Time for the Fans. So show that support, hit that subscribe button too as well. Head on over to YouTube if you're checking in from Facebook. Dre's he's in the chat. He said, "What's good, fellas? What's good?
What's cracking? We out here."
Big shout out to Dre. Shout out to Anthony in the chat. He said, "What's good, Jack and Bodie?"
What up, Anthony? Cracking, man. Just send him a message.
Jeremiah Williams in the chat. Hit us with Rise Up.
Rise up, sir.
Terrell Johnson's in the chat. Said, "Rise up, fellas. Next man up." Wait, next man up. What's he talking about? We'll get to that. Falcon fans. I know Bodie has a lot to say too as well on this situation. Going to DSGB Hall, he's in the chat. He's throwing emojis around. He's representing the red and black. Cree is here in the chat. She said, "Hello, guys."
Hello. Welcome.
Big shout out to Kenny. He said, "What's up, fellas? One time."
Let's see them emojis. I ain't seen them in a minute. I need to see them now because Atlanta want to play these games. So let's see them ones in the chat. Everybody throw them ones up.
Falcon fans, you can follow us on Twitter too as well. At one time for the fan. If you're on Twitter, head on over there too as well. Facebook, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe. Going over here to the chat, it's going down in a major way when the Falcon fans are always here in the chat. There he goes, Dre with the one time.
Appreciate that. That helps me.
William Amy, right on time. Arthur Blank is not playing.
Oh, you think it was an Arthur Blank thing? Possibly. He probably whispered in his ear, "You better do something. That seat looking a little lukewarm over there."
It's definitely not an Arthur Blank going to the locker room telling Desmond, "Hey, this is your time, XYZ." I think it's more so like you just said, Bodie, like, hey, it's either you or Ritter Smith. You gotta make a decision.
Let's see some dubs.
Let's see some big dubs.
Big dubs.
Deshaun in the chat said, "Hey, one timers, let's hit the Vikings with the Heineke and win Sunday." Sheesh.
Hit them with the Heineke. Is that a dance?
God. Yes. I don't know, but it's possible if he wins Sunday, we can hit him with the Heineke. Bo, you used to be a dancer back in the day, like with Belle Biv DeVoe and some of those other groups you used to hang with.
Yeah, I used to be on the cardboard box.
Shit. Not from breaking.
Nah.
Shit.
Nah, that's Deshaun. He was doing that jigging.
Falcon fans in the chat, we have a lot to go over tonight as we get ready to wrap up this fan chat here, because it's always crazy whenever we do the podcast and people that's listening online and Spotify and so forth and people that's watching. The chat goes crazy to a point where we can't even get to all the comments. So that's why I love starting up the show now, going to the comments so we can catch up just a little bit. Before we do this breaking the ice. But I got to break in the ice for you. Chat, I got to break in the ice. Y'all going to love this. Remember we used to do breaking the ice? Used to be some crazy story going on somewhere in the world. Tried to lighten the mood a little bit before we start talking,
I'm ready.
Critical about the Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Smith is on the hot seat, Bodie. Yes or no?
I would say so. Yes. Especially after that last game. That's ridiculous. No way to should be losing that. And I ain't blaming it just on Van Jefferson dropping the pass. It's a lot more than that.
Got a lot to go over here, Falcon fans. Creekers in the chat. The fingers crossed for the Atlanta United FC. Arthur Blanks deserve another cup. Hey, it's another championship for the city. I'll take it. What y'all know about Miss All Day Sade? Hey, I'm telling you about that, man.
All Day Sade.
All day. Come on now.
Man. Smooth operator. I know.
Just the day. Come on now.
And this is when you mute.
I'll crank this.
Everybody mute.
Damn.
In unison, everybody.
Don't get me started. Drank a lot of whiskey this weekend. Kenny and Brandon's in the chat. What we thinking about my man Heineken starting? We're definitely going to get to that too as well.
Yeah, if he don't win Sunday, I'm going to need a lot of them motherfucking Heinekens.
I don't drink beer, but let's get some win. You get us to the Super Bowl, I'll throw one back. I ain't going to lie.
Shit.
Get us to the Super Bowl. Drake True statement. Yeah, Bodie been MIA. Trying to get these businesses and events moving for the city. Big shout out to Drake True statement, man. What you got going on?
I'm just glad to see you here, brother. I'm just glad to see you here when you're here. I've been MIA.
Definitely.
Truth be told. So is the Falcons Doves been MIA. This is bullshit.
Represent for the city, Dre. Represent for your family. Doing what you got to do, man, out here in these streets. Check this out here, Falcon fans. You're sitting at 4-4. So, of course, we're not going to get on the podcast tonight and do some heavy bashing or, start calling out certain players. But we saw a disappointing loss again on Sunday, right? And we've had to start moving in a direction where we need some streaks. We need some wins out here that's consecutive going on every single week, where I'm tired of this. You win a game, you lose a game. You win a game, you lose a game. Like, we're back at 500 again. We got to get out of this shit, right? So, I'm not coming out here with the bash tonight, but we're going to keep it real. Also, big shout out to Grady Jarrett, too, as well, and the Jarrett family. The situation with Grady out for the season. Falcon fans, Grady Jarrett gives it his all. People say 100%, nah, 500%. Like Grady Jarrett goes hard for this team, right? And so everybody that's out there listening tonight, if you are on Twitter or Facebook, wherever, if you have Grady Jarrett tagged or whatever on your page, go ahead and send him a message, man, because he does go all out for the Atlanta Falcons. Man, he tries to represent the organization well, the team well, the fan base too as well. Of course, you guys know Grady's the hometown hero, so it's sad to see Grady out for the season. But Falcons did make some moves this not too much moves that Falcon fans were expecting. I know what fans wanted. They wanted Montez Sweat, but they did make a move this week. So we'll get to that too as well in our Falcons news and updates. John Person III said, "My dog, it was an honor kicking it with you." Hey, John, let me tell you something, man. Just like I told you over there in Tennessee, I'm a fan just like you, brother. I'm a diehard fan, just like yourself. Going to these away games, home games, everything, training camps, like, we just do it for the Atlanta Falcons, bro. Like, it's all about the bird. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice meeting you too as well in Tennessee. John got a chance to come out to our Rise Up Tour watch party. Saw the Dogs beat up Florida pretty bad, Bodie. And then Saturday night, we had a nice after party after the Falcons had their event, their Red Stallion event out there. We did an after party next door on the rooftop of Nashville Underground. Big shout out to JP of Nashville Underground too as well for allowing us to have about 150, 200 Falcon fans out there partying, having a good time. So Rise Up Tour, we did it again. Vikings at home this Sunday, and then we're on to Arizona for all you traveling fans. Bodie, I got the Tito's with the Coke tonight. I'm going there tonight.
Tito's, damn, you need some damn ginger ale, your damn throat. every 2 seconds.
I mean, it was a little bit nippy out there in Tennessee too as well, So
Sheesh.
a lot going on. Big shout out to John Person. Big shout out to Ravage ATL. He's in here one time.
Ravage.
Bodie and BBD guy. Not Belle Biv DeVoe. Sheesh. Not that girl's poison. Lisa Shepard. Shout out Lisa Shepard. Saw her in Tennessee too as well. Thank you for coming by the Rise Up Tour event that we had Saturday night at the rooftop. Saw you having a good time over there. Lisa Shepard said, "Hey fellas, week 9 coming up. Let's get to 5-4. Bodie, is Lisa Shepard correct?"
Hey, we're getting to 5-4. We're winning. We're gonna win. Okay, we gotta win. We got to.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. Welcome, Paul Hopkins. Taylor. Paul Hopkins was here back in week 2. Week 3.
Oh, yes. Taylor. It is Taylor. It's Taylor time. I will say that. It's official.
Here's the thing, Falcon fans in the chat. Falcon fans listening all over the world. Those that's watching. It's not like a I told you so type of moment, right? For anybody here in the chat or anybody for One Time for the Fan or anybody that supports the Atlanta Falcons. But it's just a moment where it seems to be a change has been made. A lot of fans had called it out earlier in the season. But for me, you know how I rock, Bodie. I'm with the organization. I'm with the team, right? So I want to win. Of course, Bodie, I was there in London this season. I was there in Tampa, Nashville. We're going to Arizona next week. New Orleans coming up. All these, New York. We want to win, Falcon fans. Like, we go to the home games too as well. Training camp, Bodie. With training camp. Like, you see us, how active we are as Falcon fans. We want to win, right? So for me, I'm 100% with the organization. Whatever moves they make, I'm here to talk about it on One Time for the Fan. Now, the Desmond Ridder and Taylor situation, that's a whole segment we got coming up in about 10 minutes because the chat's going crazy and trying to catch up with everybody. But, Bodie, Taylor is the quarterback. Paul Hopkins is glad to be here in the chat to say it. I'm sure Joey's going to be here in the chat too as well. But there's a lot of other Falcon fans that was on the Taylor Heineke is going to be the starting quarterback eventually type of train. And that's cool. But the organization that I represent with the Atlanta Falcons is like, whatever they make, whatever move they make is good. I told y'all it could be me at quarterback this week.
No, it can't.
I saw a couple of numbers, a couple 404 numbers text me, called me today. I don't know if it's Terry.
No, so those were janitorial companies.
I sent the tape in of the 80 on the run. So
you mean 80 ounces of Fabuloso you need to put in the bucket?
Shit, we don't need much to get down the field.
I'm just saying.
Don't need much when I'm at quarterback. Lisa Shepard said, "Oh, Spade, that rooftop party was the move in Nashville. that DJ had us turn. Yes, big shout out to JP, the GM of Nashville Underground, of course, the DJ. So here's the funny thing about that place. Like, we had a bunch of different locations in mind, Bodie. We actually found that place at 1 a.m. the night before.
Oh.
1 a.m. the night before. We was downtown Nashville getting ready to switch locations from a different place. And then we walked into this building that had 6 floors, and the other one was, and the top floor was the roof. And so when we walked in there, had some discussions with some of the staff, me, Bigelow Country, shout out to Michael Nellums too as well. Had a nice little meeting with the staff at 1 a.m. And then here comes the general manager walking in at the same time. So got a chance to meet with him for about 30, 45 minutes. He took us up to the rooftop, gave us the whole layout, and we ran it from there. He gave us the whole entire, damn near gave us the whole entire building, but we took the rooftop. And the DJ came in there. A lot of the music he normally doesn't allow, he allowed for us, for the Falcon fans. He posted on his page too as well. But big shout out to JP from Nashville Underground. Like, he's a Bucks fan.
Sure, he got a sign on the wall saying "No King Carson." You overruled that, didn't you? Yeah.
So he did say send over the playlist the night before. So we sent him some Outkast, some Goody Mob. You know, we kept it Atlanta. We kept it street.
Yeah.
You know, put on some of that. What's that thing? Chopper. What's that song called? Where everybody does the dance. The Chopper Whopper. What's that shit called, bro?
Chopper Style.
Chopper Style. Is that what it is? Not the Chopper. Not like Chopper Style.
Not the damn Chopper Style.
Not the Chopper Style. What's the one, Bodie, man? Everybody does the damn line there, man. Down,
Wobble.
Down, do your thing.
Oh, that.
What's the shit?
That's
You showed the video, Bodie. You used to do that shit back in the day.
Yeah, I was in the video.
Shit.
I forgot. That's the Cupid Shuffle.
The Cupid Shuffle.
Think of that shit.
Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah, I had to sing it in my head. I was like, damn, I'm getting old.
That's what it is. Big shout out Matthew Bass in the chat. Creek here. We are bashing our team. We have lost confidence in our coaching and quarterback. Glad it made a change.
Yeah.
It was disappointing what was happening. Bodie, agree or disagree?
I totally agree. I'm not sitting here saying you suck. They suck. F this team. I'm done. No, they suck. And then they start winning some games, and here I go coming back. No, I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, yeah, our quarterback was messing up. Coach was messing up, and they weren't helping each other because they got to help each other. The quarterback got to help the coach, and the coach got to help the quarterback, because if they're not in sync, then we're not flowing. So the play caller was sus. The QB play was sus. So, I mean, what am I not saying anything that we don't know already? You know what I'm saying? So the change was made. We got in there. Heineke was making some decisions that Ritter wasn't making before. 7 weeks before, we wasn't seeing these throws. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That touchdown to Scotty, it didn't even look like no.
That was a beautiful fucking
Ritter
pass.
play.
That was a beautiful.
Ritter wouldn't have made that play. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to bash him, but dang, that was a beautiful effing pass. So, yeah, they're two different quarterbacks.
Big shout out Willie P. Lovelace. Party was off the chain Saturday night in Nashville. Falcon fans, we were deep in there. It was Bodie. Bodie, you've been to New Orleans. You've seen what we've done before with the Razzle Tour and everything.
Going back to New Orleans. That's what I was about to say. The next time y'all gonna see me at the away game, it'll be New Orleans. The next game I'm probably going to is the New Orleans home game, which is the 26th of November.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, that's this week. I mean, not this week, but this month. So yeah. I probably should be there Thanksgiving weekend, and then I'll be in New Orleans. So those are the games I'm making this year.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you're checking in on Facebook, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe. You know, we're trying to run it up. Almost at 600 subscribers here. Bodie, how was your October? I know we're in November. How was your October overall? Decent? I mean, not just with the Falcons and everything. Everything was pretty cool?
My October, got a lot accomplished and still a lot to accomplish. So, I mean, we're breathing. Every day I'm breathing is a decent and beautiful day. So
that is true.
I'm very grateful. And like I said, we're moving into a nice home. It's gonna be nice. and I'm excited about that.
Well, that's
So,
good, man. I'm glad for you. I'm glad for you, man. Well, a Florida man didn't have a pretty good October, man.
Explain.
This is tough. Florida man working as an Uber driver kept his rented vehicle running for 3 weeks
What?
after he stopped making payments on it. I
Okay.
repeat, he left the vehicle running
Running.
for 3 weeks.
Like never cut on. He about to run out of gas. He'll drive to the gas station, put gas in it, keep it running, never cut it off type ordeal.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
He
This guy's
left
been
it.
going
All
through
right,
it.
for one. So he didn't pay for it. Like he stopped paying for it. He kept it. And he left it running for 3
Yep.
weeks. What's the purpose? Why?
Deputy said that Mills, this young man who rented the vehicle in order to work as an Uber driver, had stopped making payments on it and refused to take calls from the Orange County company that he rented it from. Pretty much said that this guy just left it running because if it cuts off, he knows it wasn't going to restart. Because they're probably going to use like the shutdown system because they're not coming to get the car.
Oh man, I get it. Okay, it's still stupid as hell, but yeah, that's wild. You need a car that bad, bro? Like,
So the rental company has installed devices in the vehicles that could be remotely activated to stop the car if a renter stopped making payments. So he decided to just keep the car running for 3 weeks straight. A Florida man.
Florida man, bro. I'm telling you.
Buccaneers fan.
Yeah, sounds like a Bucks fan or Carolina fan who moved to Florida or something.
That's tough.
Ridiculous. That's tough.
Falcon fans. What is there to talk about?
Oh, I don't know.
Should we get the Falcons Titans or do some news and updates, buddy? What should we do?
Let's see. Let's cover the news. Let's see what's happening in the Falcon world.
Falcons made a trade this week.
Nope, not for that guy. Not for the one.
Shit. Buddy, when the trade went through, of course, I texted the group quickly because I saw the notification pop up. I was talking to Kiera. And big shout out to Kiera and Chase. No Kiera, no Chase tonight. But also, keep Chase and his family in your prayers too as well.
Yes.
He has a lot he's going through over there. So big shout out to Chase with what he got going on. He's also not only just a diehard Falcon fan, but he's a good friend too as well. So for all the Falcon fans here in the chat that rock with Chase, or if you don't even know Chase, you'll get to know him here on One Time for the Fan. But just keep him in your prayers.
Absolutely.
Going forward. Bodie 3000. Trade goes through. It's not Sweat. Trade goes through.
But his last name starts with an S, though.
Shit. Is that close enough?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
What was your thoughts just about the trade going through when you saw it happen? Like,
I mean, it is what it is. The trade is what it is. I mean, we traded for depth. Kentavious Street. He has been in the league since 2018. He's 27. He's from Douglas, Georgia, so he's coming back home. And he was on the Saints, so that's why I assumed that Ryan Nielsen was pulling for him. And I mean, he's a quality depth player. He was with the 49ers. He got drafted by the 49ers in the 4th round in 2018. He was there for about 3 years. Then he went to the Saints for a year, and then he went to the Eagles last year, and now he's here. Well, he was with the Eagles until we traded for him. Now, so yeah. Definitely Chase. We bouncing back. That's it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, it's after Grady going down, we need that depth, and he's a piece. Hopefully, he can come in and fill in admirably and just really, I mean, who can replace Grady? We're not asking this guy to replace Grady. We're not. it's impossible. I mean, Grady, literally the heart and soul of his defense. You said that, but we asked him to come on in and buy into the culture and
Mhm.
give it your all every Sunday, every day of practice, and just give it your all. So I think it's a welcome addition. I mean, he's here, so we welcome him.
Falcons also lost Lakel London too as well for the season. So bringing in a piece like Kentavious Street could be a
Yes,
piece that the Falcons need right now
yes,
with a defense that is still ranked in the good numbers. So don't think that this defense is falling apart or anything, Falcon fans. I think the game Sunday was difficult to watch because you saw Will Levis just
gosh,
looking like a
yeah.
fucking Tom Brady out there. Is
I
ridiculous.
mean, his arm stronger than Brady's. He was slinging that motherfucker. I ain't gonna. What can you say?
I was there. I don't want to remember this. But going over the trade, the Eagles, they sent Kentavious Street and a 2025 seventh round pick to the Atlanta Falcons in exchange for the 2024 sixth round pick. So this is a big move for the Atlanta Falcons this week because this is a guy who's coming into Atlanta straight to practice, right, ready to go to the field Sunday to play against the Minnesota Vikings. So for all Falcon fans that was expecting Sweat, that was expecting the Chase Young, expecting the Daniel Hunters, that did not happen. Show that same support and that same energy for Kadarius Street because this move for him coming back home to Atlanta is a big move. Gets to be closer to his
Big
family
deal.
so they can see him play. But he's also under Ryan Nielsen too as well, which he played for in New Orleans too as well,
Yes.
right? And the tape
Yes.
on Kentavious is not bad at all. It's just that you're coming from the Eagles team that had Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and just all these Fletcher Cox, a lot of
Coach
big names
Cox.
they had on
Yeah.
that defense too as well. So
It'd be hard to get reps. So there's that.
Falcon fans show that
They-
same support, same energy for Kentavious Street, replacing Grady Jarrett right here. We'll see what happens at the end of the season, of course, with Street. But this week, you're going into a practice session that is going to be big going forward because you have to beat the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. You cannot. The Tennessee Titans, too many trap games you lost this year. Like you have to really step it up going forward this next stretch because Falcon fans was expecting to play a Josh Dobbs next week or playing another backup quarterback, but no, they'll probably be playing Kyle Murray next week in Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona trading away Josh Dobbs, Kyle Murray being activated going forward this week. I think they're playing the backup quarterback, but still Kyle should be activated for when we play them next week. And the falling apart Arizona team, what's a good way to lift them up? Oh, bring their starting quarterback that they paid a shit ton of money to. Bring him back
Yeah.
to play
And he
against
is
them.
no bum either. Like he can ball for sure. So
You're looking at the game against Will Levis and the Titans thinking, oh, shit, well, we got to go play Josh Dobbs next weekend. We'd love that matchup. It's even a little bit tougher now playing with Kyle Murray now.
yeah. Absolutely. So,
Too much country music for the Atlanta Falcons this weekend, Bodie. What happened? What happened this past weekend against Tennessee, man? What did you see, my brother?
I saw a lot of blown coverages. I saw a big old hug from Hopkins. He just gave us a big hug. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what started it. That's what started the avalanche of touchdowns, apparently. I don't think personally, I don't think the Falcons were ready for Will Levis to just start chucking it like Brett Favre. Like that's what I think. I mean, seriously, like he was really out there throwing it like he had nothing to lose, but they were very accurate throws. They were good throws. I can't hold you. Yeah. So it was a lot of miscommunication with the secondary because they let one man get behind them 3 times for touchdowns, and they just was out of sync. The defense is not the defense that we saw the first 8 weeks. Like that's just I was so disappointed. I was like, man, how did we get in a position to where we're just giving up big touchdown bombs? We weren't even we were very we gave up so much. We made a rookie look like a seasoned vet. So I'm very disappointed in the display we had out there last Sunday. So I'll
Big
just
shout out to
start there.
Lucy and John Moreno. We have a new starter at quarterback this Sunday. Rise up. Big shout out to Lucy and John Moreno. Will Levis, 19 for 29, 238 yards, 4 TDs, 2 times sacked, 130 rating. Jesus. Made this kid look incredible out
He
here.
looked,
Derrick Henry, 22 carries for 100 yards. Then you go over to the Falcons side of the ball, which we lost by 5, Bodie. And had a chance to win the game if Van Jefferson would have caught that pass. Had a chance to honestly drive down that field and win the game under Taylor Heineke. But if you go into the first half, you got Desmond Ridder, 8 for 12, 71 yards, sacked 5 times.
Yeah. O-line is that's another thing. I mean, it goes into a lot of things. I mean, I want to sit here and be a armchair coach, but that under center hike, if you watch the game closely, they made it easy for Will Levis. They know he can move the ball, and they know he got a strong ass arm. He was rolling. He was doing rollouts. He was getting out of that pocket, like design throws out of the pocket. It was really helping him, and it was really making it easy for him to get his throws in, and it helped him look pretty good. Well, we got a quarterback who got legs too, and he might be faster than Will Levis, and he just that under center stuff it's too easy to get sacked. So maybe they need to take a book out of the Tennessee page and have Ritter go outside the pocket. I said this before on several shows. Ritter is best when he uses his legs. He's best running the ball with his legs. He's best maneuvering out of the pocket. If he's got to look for somebody to throw to in the pocket, then it's just hard. It's simply harder, especially when your O-line is an A1 and hasn't shown to be A1. I don't know. We got mostly the same guys this year. So we have been worse at O-line this year. So to offset that, you would think, and that's why we were saying the coach is on the hot seat too, because it ain't all on Ritter. You know, I mean, Ritter could have thrown some of them damn balls away. I will say that. He could have threw some of them balls away. He watched the dude looked him dead in his eyes and took sacks. You cannot do that shit. You better throw it at even Will Levis threw it at the guy's feet. Like that's just something you gotta know. It's some football IQ stuff you gotta know. Even the best quarterbacks know. Throw it at their feet or throw that mother right over their head out of bounds. So really gotta work on that. But he won't be working on it in the game this week.
Shit, that's tough. Millie Mills,
it is tough.
Is here in the chat. Hey, one
it's
time,
a tough ass truth, ain't it?
Being with y'all. My boy Ritter was out there seeing ghosts in baby blue jerseys. Shit, boy was spokes right before Halloween. God, that's tough.
You ain't lying, dog. He was spooked, and he been spooked most of this year. But like I said, the coach ain't helped him. So yeah, we'll see.
Lisa Shepard, the fact that D-Hop got 3 TDs on us is crazy. Didn't score all season too.
D-Hop is they said what D-Hop said, y'all wrote me off. I'm like, we still writing you off, brothers. You ain't doing that shit again this year. I promise you that. Hey, I'm sorry. You just not. All right. You just I don't even know. You know, a broke clock is right twice a day, so there you go.
Falcon fans in the chat, check in. What do you think about the game going forward this week? Do we have what it takes to beat the Vikings right now with the new starting quarterback, Taylor Heineke? I know there's Falcon fans here in the chat that would like to check in about the Taylor Heineke situation. And a lot of fans. Go ahead, buddy.
One more thing. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, never, bro.
I wanted to bring up the game, the Tennessee game. Excuse me. I saw an article in the Falcoholic. They was talking about Atlanta. We're known to give up big games to rookie quarterbacks. Like we just don't adjust well to rookie quarterbacks. I guess they don't know what to expect. I don't know. I want to sit here and make excuses, but we look like a deer in headlights on defense. So it's a lot of coaching problems. There might be a lot of cornerbacks getting burnt and safeties getting burnt. I saw Richie Grant. And we was talking all that Richie Grant, but he was getting his ass toasted last week. He was. Let's keep it real. All the good from, but you gotta hold your part. But yeah, I mean, that's a coaching thing. You ask me. I wouldn't say that's a defense thing or whatever player thing. I don't think that the defense expected what Will Levis did to happen, and they just weren't ready. They were not ready at all. So that's a coaching thing. I will call the coaches out on that one.
Archangel's in the chat. Rise up, family. Still had a good time, even though we got our asses handed to us. Had Levis out there looking like a new coming of Tom Brady. But that's why you play the game. On to next week. Falcon fans, that game was tough to watch. I'm guessing for Falcon fans at the house or wherever you were watching it from. But for us that was there at the game, it was even more tougher because I'm talking about Tennessee Titan fans. I mean, that AFC South, like that fan base, most of those, like the Colts, Titans, the Jags, the Texans, it's not like the Cowboys fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Eagles fan base. Like the Titans fans, like they love their sports and everything, but you're sitting there thinking, especially after the first fumble in the game, you're like, oh, we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
They're looking at Will Levis. You're looking at what's his name? Malik Willis. It's like, oh,
yeah,
Falcons got this. It's a dub.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. See Malik Willis fumble, didn't see the field one again after that. They talking about they're gonna play some 2 quarterback system shit. They sat his ass down. He came in his one snap and he fumbled. Wish they would have kept his ass in because it was looking good after that.
Falcon fans, shout out Millie Mills. If Levis looks the same against Pittsburgh, then Tennessee got a new number 1 quarterback. And I pray Arthur Smith don't bring in Tannehill next year. Oh Lord! Now we have to get to where the Falcons are going to do.
I didn't even think about that.
The thing about it is,
that would be so Arthur Smith, wouldn't it? That would be so Arthur Smith to bring in. Oh man!
The crazy thing about it is we're trying. Oh man, Columbus just scored on Atlanta United, but it's okay because even after this game, they still have another game. The crazy thing about it is, Bodie, we're in week 9. I can't go right now to what the Falcons are doing in the offseason at this moment when I have so many games left to be played.
Yeah.
And I know the Falcons can still make the playoffs. I know the Falcons can still win the division.
And we still at the top of the division. Despite this bullshit ass game, we still number 1.
So I know fans have been hitting me up like the Taylor Heineke move. What are we doing? What's up with Desmond Ridder? I've talked about it earlier this year on the podcast where if the Ridder situation, you guys heard it. If the Ridder situation doesn't work out, you're going to bring in Taylor. Taylor's going to get a chance to play. At the end of the year, you're probably going to draft a quarterback. If you find somebody that you really love, if you find somebody that you really love in the draft, which some people will say this draft is not really quarterback friendly outside of the kid from Washington, Drake Mayo, and Caleb Williams, which will be gone in the first 10 picks. And then that won't be us either.
You forget about Michael Penix, but
kid from Washington,
I think he's there too. But I mean, it's some quarterbacks in there, but no, we're not on that. Like we're trying to win now. We still got a chance to win now. We're trying to see what we got. Taylor come out there and he running it up, or he looking real good. Then I'm good with Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. I'm not thinking about the offseason right now. I know some folks was wishing on Ridder's downfall. For week 1, they were sitting here talking about somebody. So taking bets on So when do you think Taylor gonna come in? Look, about what week? I'd say about week 6. I say about week blah blah blah, whatever. That ain't no mentality to me. That means you're losing games. That means something's happening. That means bad stuff is happening to your team. I mean, I didn't wish the ill on Ridder. I didn't because I know his skill. I know what he can do. It's just the fact that he put it together. I mean, I keep saying there's a reason he was a project in the 3rd round. It's a good project, and he's still a project, and he still got a chance to be the future of this team. But right now you got to pick that damn clipboard back up and start playing snake on it or something. He better figure it out.
Shit.
Yeah, just keep it real. Keep it a puck. Let me keep it a band. He gonna have to look back at the tape, figure it out, fix it.
This is not shot to Million Mills. He says still writing him off as a fact. April Showers in the chat said the secondary needs to stand up more. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Bodie 3000. Of course, no Kiki tonight, no Chase tonight, but of course, I'm sure they'll be back soon. Big shout out to William Amy too as well in the chat. He said got put pressure on the rookie Hall QB coming up on Sunday. The Vikings are going with their rookie quarterback, even though they did sign Josh Dobbs this week from Arizona. Mm-hmm. Taylor Heineke, I think. Oh, don't forget the Justin Jefferson list, Minnesota Vikings too as well. And they're also going in there, no Kirk Cousins, but a Taylor Heineke led team, from what I've seen in the second half against the Titans, could go in there and beat the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a Taylor to say, hey, man, I'm not saying that you're going to be the franchise quarterback here in the future. Oh, my God, sign this guy for, $5-6 million. No, we don't do all this shit. Get this shit game by game. We need win by win.
He's here to bring in wins.
I think he can
bring in wins.
Ritter got us
we'll figure out the rest. Figure out the rest later. Win ball games.
Ritter got us here at 4-4. It's unfortunate the situation that happened in Tennessee, getting sacked so much, fumbling. They said the concussion situation too as well, and then he was evaluated and he's clear. Whatever was going on the media side, I was at the game watching. So
concussion, right?
I text you guys in the group like that's what I heard. It's a concussion.
I heard that too.
I'm at the game. I'm watching it. I'm seeing Ritter right there. He's cheering. He's having a good time. And I looked down a couple of times, and there he is. But Taylor, when I was out there, I was like, "We're gonna win this game if on that 4th and inches." Which I'm looking like they passed the ball on 4th and inches. But all right, cool. Tush push works everywhere else in the NFL except for the Atlanta Falcons. All right, cool.
All right.
When I saw Van. When they was driving on that series, I was thinking, we're going to come down here and beat the Titans with Taylor Heineke. This is the moment for Taylor. Then he dropped the pass. He didn't catch it. And then Tennessee Titan fans just start cheering like a motherfucker. They just start going crazy on me. So I'm sitting in the section where I'm talking. You know me, I'm talking hella shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking hella shit to a point where they score, we score, and it's like, oh, so much time left. And then we get the ball back, and it's like, oh, we're going to go down here. We're going to go down here and win this game.
Yeah.
And the Titan fan next to me was like, this Falcon fan just won't shut up about this shit.
Yeah.
And you know me, Bodie, at games. You know when that juice getting, you start drinking, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Shout out to the Titans fan that bought me the shots of tequila, man. Appreciate it. I told you I'd give you a shout out. I don't know your name, brother, but I told you I'd give you a shout out. I appreciate the tequila shots, man.
Damn, he must have been. He bought you shots?
He ran the card up for me and my friend. Me, my friend, and his wife. Ran the card up. He was like, you guys want some shots? Like, okay, what are you going to get? Can you get a frozen lemonade too?
Yeah, what type of shoe shine did you use?
Shit, that's tough. Falcon fans. Falcon fans here in the chat. What do you guys think about this Sunday? What do you guys think about the Falcons and Vikings? Let's get past Tennessee. You know I hate talking about the Falcons when they lose. Like, when we win, it's an exciting feeling. We can talk about all the positives. Of course, there's some negatives. But when you lose, it's like, we don't want fans to feel in that mode, especially 3 days after. You guys saw the loss. We was there. We saw the loss. It's disappointing. Let's move on to the Vikings now, because we just like in time, we have to move forward. We can't go back. Yeah. The Falcons going to look at that film like they did this week. They're going to say, hey, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Let's see what we can do to get better. Same thing they're going to do against the Vikings when they go play Arizona. For Arizona, when they go play the Saints, they're going to start looking at film, looking back at tape and saying, what can we do to get better? Bodie, Falcons, Vikings on Sunday. Yes. What are you looking at with the matchup? Got 2 4-4 teams. You got no Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta. No Justin Jefferson coming to Atlanta. This team still has a decent amount of players that they can go in there and steal a win in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And Falcon fans, I mean, you're probably thinking, oh, they don't have Kirk Cousins. Oh, they don't have Justin Jefferson. We've seen this shit before, Falcon fans. So what do the Falcons have to do, Bodie, to go
Well,
and defeat the Minnesota Vikings?
I can tell you this: they can keep with the stellar run defense because that's what we have to lean on for sure. Um, one of the top five rush defense, one of the top five defenses before this week. I need to go back and look at the numbers, but one of the top five defenses, definitely one of the top rush defenses in the whole league. We keep at the rush defense. I mean, we're good there. I mean, they don't have much of a run game anyway. Like Madison is not lighting the world on fire. They're running back at all. I know he's on my fantasy team.
Mm.
Um, they have 0 rushing touchdowns as a team this season. The only team in the league who doesn't have a rushing touchdown. Nobody. Not the goddamn quarterback, not the running back, not the damn tight end. Nobody. Ain't nobody got a rushing touchdown. And then combat that with the only team in the league who hasn't given up a rushing touchdown all season, the Atlanta Falcons. So that's that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we gave up a rushing touchdown last week. A lot of passing touchdowns. That shit hurt. But yeah. So we keep at it with the rush defense, which they don't have much of a run game anyway. So there's that. It kind of leaves it easy. I would say easy. Nothing's really easy, but you got a wide-eyed, bushy-tailed quarterback trying to prove himself. Ain't never played. He's a rookie. Ain't never sniffed the NFL game field. Ain't never, ever. Maybe preseason. So I said the same thing last week about Will Levis when we thought he was starting, and he did start. We got a little pressure on him, but he moved around and he did what he did. We really got to bring the heat. We got to let this guy know. We got to put him on the ground. We got to put him on the dirt and brush him up a little bit and rough up his confidence because the run game ain't there, so we can totally focus on trying to get to that quarterback and cause some havoc and get some turnovers. Get him to force some turnovers. So that's the key right there. To maintain the strong run defense because they probably one of the worst rushing offenses in the league versus top rushing defense in the league, and then get to that rookie. Sean, hey, you in Atlanta, bro. It's hard. I want him to have one of them days like last week where I heard the quarterback just threw for 8 yards in one of them games. I don't know if you heard about that. Did you hear about that? I think it was the Jets and the Giants game. I think it was Tyrod Taylor threw for 8 yards. And I didn't see the whole game, the whole damn game. I didn't see the game. I think he got hurt. But then they put it in the backup and he threw for like -1 yard. So yeah, it was like, go look that shit up. Go look that shit up. The Jets won.
I am.
Yeah. I mean, that would be ideal. It's crazy. But that would be ideal. But
that
yeah,
shit
we
happens.
have
They're
to
bringing in Josh Dobbs quickly.
Oh shit. Josh Dobbs is seeing the field very fast. They don't care if he just got there 2 days ago. He's gonna see the field. So but yeah, we got to get to the quarterback and keep that strong rush defense up and get to that damn quarterback. I think the offensive flow just once again we gotta make Heineke comfortable. You got to do that as a coach. You got to draw plays up this week. I hope they're in practicing. Just drawing up plays that's making Heineke comfortable. Hope Heineke's giving them feedback. That's what you're supposed to do. Quarterback, I like, I'm better when I do this. I'm better when I do that. Just trying to win, man. Just trying to win. So.
Which is what I was telling a lot of Falcon fans earlier today when they text me, like, what's up with the moves? Like, man, we want to win, bro. I think coach is looking at too as well. Big shout out to Paul Hopkins, DSGB Hall, William, Amy, everybody here in the chat, Lisa Shepard. I know there's a lot of people here, Jeremiah Weems. Hit that like button, share button, subscribe. Head over to YouTube too as well. Hit that subscribe, Falcon fans. Let's run up the subscribers, get to 600 here. But yeah, Bodie, we just want to win. And I think for Arthur Smith, as Paul Hopkins says, he'll be fired before that because he's on the hot seat. Paul Hopkins believes. I said it earlier in this in the podcast. Is it is Arthur Smith versus a Desmond Ridder type of thing? Where, hey, Either coach is going to get fired or Desmond Ridder is going to stay on, remaining the starting quarterback, and we can continue going with this 500 route all the way down to the end of the season. We don't want to do this. We want to win. Everybody here in the chat wants to win. Does Taylor give us the best shot at winning? We will see going forward this Sunday. But coach and the staff believe that Taylor's the best shot at going out here and getting a dub against the Vikings, which is very possible. It's very possible. I'm not too worried about the Vikings game, knowing that it's another trap game. But you're back at home. I think you should feel comfortable enough that the fan base will be here to support you. Vikings fans, they do travel pretty well. So expected to see a good amount of purple and white jerseys in the stands on Sunday.
Yeah, this is some Randy Moss jerseys.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that too.
Jeremiah Williams in the chat. He's dropping emojis around. Carrie's in the chat. She said, "What's up, Falcon fans?"
What's good, Carrie?
Falcon fans, we do have a long list of special guests that's going to be joining us later this season on One Time for the Fan. Carrie will be joining us too as well. So be on the lookout for the One Time for the Fan podcast coming up with special guest Carrie, who's been on the show, I think, twice already, 3 times. 2 or 3 times?
At least 2 times, at least, I believe. Yeah. Yes, 2 times, for sure.
Shout out to Miles Garrett from Fox 5. We definitely should get Miles Garrett back on. Big Low Country was on recently. We do have a lot more special guests joining us, too, as well, before the end of the season here. So big shout out to Carrie. Jeff Wolf. Is he really talking that we can still make the playoffs is utterly stupid? Sorry, Jack. We still leading the division? 2-0 division? Really? Lack of awareness. Straight division standing, disappointed. Jeff Wolf, we're going to go to the playoffs. We're going to win this division. You know it, Jeff. You talked to me 100,000 times at home games and away games. So you know my stance on this team, Jeff Wolf. Vincent Coakley, we have a chance to finish 7-4 by the end of November. You have these games coming up here, Bodie. Minnesota Vikings, the Arizona Cardinals. You got to play the Saints coming up this month.
Yep.
You need these dubs.
Need them all. And I think we can get them. I think starting with this Sunday with Minnesota. It's looking good. The setup looks good. I'm going to keep it a buck, okay? You got a busted-ass team. The quarterback's out. Their top receivers out. They got some decent role receivers. They don't have a run game. Their defense is mid at best. Let's be real. I mean, we don't win Sunday. Pissed off. I'm going to be fucking pissed off. Like that's how I'm looking. Like we losing this. Like it's almost some crazy ish that gotta happen for us to lose this game on Sunday. I think we got enough weapons. We got the solid defense. I mean, it just makes sense. We must win. We're only like a 4.5 point favorite. That's not even saying that decimated ass team in Minnesota, and we just a 4.5 point favorite over them at home. Should be at least a touchdown favorite. That's insane. That shows what they think about us, and we got to step it up as a team. So, pissed off would be I'd be very pissed off if we don't win on Sunday. Let's just be real. Yeah.
The Tito's and Coke is hitting right now too as well. I got to give it out, man.
Hashtag pissed.
Tito's and Coke, man. Wednesday night special.
I'll be drinking a lot of Tito's and Coke if we fucking lose on Sunday.
You should be drinking it anyway, man. It's just the way Falcon fans just roll up to the stadium, man. I mean, you gotta. Oh, you're not going to the game Sunday, right?
I'm not going this Sunday. No, I won't be there. But like I said, the next game I'll be there is
New Orleans.
26th.
Okay. Orleans. Falcon fans, I'll be in the building, so hit me up if you're coming to the game this Sunday. Millie Mills said, so let's say Taylor does get us to the playoffs and wins the game. What do we do then? We go win the next game.
You're going to keep winning.
We're going to keep winning. Taylor wins the damn Super Bowl, I can tell you right now. Taylor gets us to – hey, hold on now. Bodie, Taylor gets us to the playoffs, wins the division. We win the first game at home. We go on the road. We go play the Eagles.
San Fran.
Taylor goes to San Fran, beats San Fran.
It's looking real beatable right
Purdy
now.
Story. The Brock Purdy story. Taylor goes to San Fran, beats San Fran.
Hey.
What do you do at this point going into this NFC Championship game? Is it a move where this is your quarterback next season? Because Falcon fans are going to be like, shit, you got to give this guy another shot. I mean,
look,
he's
first
answering
I'm trying to win.
questions in the NFC Championship game for a lot of fans.
I ain't thinking about next season. At that point, he's beating fucking Brock Purdy and San Fran. Then I'm thinking about winning the next game, which would probably be, I don't know. I'm just throwing somebody out there. The Eagles,
he sweeps the Saints,
Philly,
he sweeps the Bucks,
shit. Whatever. All
sweeps
that.
the Panthers.
He sweeps the Saints.
Like
he got
8-1 the next couple games. Goes to the playoffs.
I mean, shit. That in itself is excellent. Like, you got to bring that back. You got to. What we fools to go and look for another quarterback when we got a successful one? You know what I'm saying? So you got to bring that back. That's how I feel.
I wouldn't have no problem bringing Taylor back. You get us that far. Now you win the division, you get to the playoffs, and you lose in the first round. Yeah, I would probably start, looking to see what my options are. Yeah, but Taylor played well enough to keep him for another year. It shouldn't hurt.
It depends. There's ways to lose. Like, you get there and he throws 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 350 yards, and we lose. He probably coming back next season as a starter. And you get there and throw 3 interceptions and fucking fumble 4 times, and his ass is out of there. Like, that's just, it is what it is. So, I mean, there's ways to lose.
It's a damn good question, too, as well, Mini Mills. April Showers says, NFL Inside reported Taylor is week by week. That is also what Arthur Smith said this week, too, as well. He'll look at it on a week type of basis, and Ritter is not officially benched. Yeah, Taylor, you win that game this Sunday. You win that game this Sunday, you're the starter.
That's coach talk. He don't want to down Ritter. He don't want to fuck his confidence up, but you pull a quarterback after he's playing bad, I mean, it is what it is. He's benched. I don't give a damn what coach said. You benched him, okay? You feel like you can get better play out of Taylor, so you start Taylor. That's what happened, okay? Let's be real. I'm not with this sugarcoat and shit. I ain't trying to be nobody's friend. Like, this is all business, and it might seem like evil or bad, but hey, I mean, let's call it. If he's not benched, he'd be the starter right now. Don't mince words with me.
There are some fans, and I want to give a big shout out to all Falcon fans because everybody does have their opinion, and there are some fans that are upset about the Desmond Ritter situation because it's kind of like, well, you gave Ritter this shot up until this point, and then you're going to bench him right now. Like, you didn't wait to the end of the game to see if he can play out the comeback and beat the Titans. You just went ahead and concussion, and he's cleared. He's been evaluated. He's cleared to go, but you want to bring him back in. But then you go to this press conference today, and it's like, well, Heineke's your starter. But then fans saw on the depth chart that was released yesterday that Desmond Ritter has the QB1. So you can see how, is it mind games that coach is playing with everybody? But in the end, Falcon fans will talk about it now.
Season.
You're going to talk about it now, and if Taylor goes out there and wins Sunday, you're going to enjoy being 5-4.
It's been a weird year from the Bijan stuff from last week. Him playing, he probably shouldn't have played, to the back and forth of the quarterbacks, to the play calling, it's just been a weird ass season. And the fact that we're in a position that we're in now, still at the top of the division, but a lot of folks don't have faith in us because we have been like this all year. There's a reason why we 4-4 and 500. So, I mean, it's been a weird year, but it can be salvaged. And I think, he put him out there after the concussion. He made some good throws. He looked pretty good. He was moving that ball. He made an excellent touchdown pass. So he's out there. We're going to see what he does. And he benched him. I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't get benched. He got benched. Okay.
It was a couple chats that I was in. People was asking me what's going on. I'm trying to get some type of report from social media. I know I was at the game paying attention to that. I'm telling Kiki, like, find something. We need something quickly. And it's like not seeing anything. Like, and then the report comes out that he had a concussion. He was evaluated, and it's like, okay, so is he clear to go back in? Then you see Taylor. And I remember this. That's when I went to go get the shots because the guy asked me to run over there with him and go grab the shots because he couldn't hold all the cups. So I was like, all right, cool, I get some shots.
Yeah.
So I'm over there watching the TV and I'm like, oh shit, Taylor's in the game.
Yeah.
So then when I turn around, another fan says, Taylor's in the game, bro. He's in the game. He's fucking super excited.
Yeah. Probably been waiting on it.
He's been waiting on moments like that. So
pray for
for
time
me,
like this.
shit. For me, I saw it as, okay, well, is Ritter hurt? Did something happen at halftime that we don't know about? Because I saw Ritter at the end of the game, at the end of the first half, like he's regular Desmond Ritter. But then again, I wasn't in the locker room. Come back in the locker room.
Yeah.
Here comes Taylor Heineke. So it's like, what do we do here, buddy?
Like, it
That's
might
the
be
next
years
question.
before. Might
Ritter-
be years before we know what really happened. Like, did he really have a concussion? He probably
30
got
for
shook
30
up.
tell all?
Yeah, probably. He probably did get shook up. He probably did have a concussion. I'm not gonna downplay that, but hey, we know what he was trying to do. He was just trying to work that Taylor. You know, you paying him how much we paying Taylor? $20 million? Yeah, that's an expensive ass backup. Just saying.
Big shout out to all the Falcon fans here in the chat. Big shout out to Sade, April Schummers, Millie
Yeah,
Mills,
Sade.
Jeff Wolf, Cree, Maggie T Productions is in the
Maggie
chat.
T.
Big shout out to Maggie T stopping through,
All love.
showing some view love.
All love. I do the
Big
same.
shout out to Maggie T. Bodie, Falcons, Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Our next podcast is Sunday night after the game. I expect to come in here 5-4. I posted on.
I'm not gonna keep it.
I posted on Twitter. The streak starts now. The streak starts now. You go beat the Vikings on Sunday. After you beat the Vikings, you head to Arizona and you go beat the Arizona Cardinals, even with Kyle Murray. Still not worried about them with Kyle Murray over there at quarterback.
No, I'm not.
You go into the bye, you rest up, get as healthy as you can, because the next stretch of the season is your playoff stretch.
Absolutely. It gets real after that.
You go beat the Saints back at home in the Benz. After defeating the Saints, you head to New York and another trap game now because there's no Aaron Rodgers. You got Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
You go beat the Jets.
Might be snowing by then.
It's definitely going to be cold as hell out there. I'll tell you right now.
Cold as shit. Man, keep it real.
I'll be out there. Falcons Bucks at home December 10th. This is the moment. These are games where the Vikings 4-4, the Cardinals at what are they?
They're like one. Did they
1-5?
1-6. 1-6.
The Saints big game, the Jets. It's gonna be tough. Buccaneers, they're gonna be falling apart shortly. Panthers, that's a dub. Colts game, they're falling apart. Bears games, they already fell apart.
Yeah. I mean, it's looking up. We handle our business. We tie our ties straight. We should be straight. But we got shit to get straight. So, man, got some generational talents on this roster. Got to get them involved and start doing some stuff.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. The Tito's and Coke is definitely hidden tonight because, you know, with a loss like what we suffered on Sunday, it's wild to come here doing these podcasts. We want to be talking about a team that's, you know, winning right now. And the 4-4 thing kind of has fans like, what is going on here? We thought this team was revamped. We thought this team was improved on both sides of the ball. And we got the same weapons you can see on offense that can help us and help Taylor out. Bijan Robinson's still here. CP's still here. Drake London's still here. Mac Hollins, Scotty Miller, Jonnu Smith, Kyle Pitts. So it's just the changing of quarterback that you're seeing. But don't give up on the team just yet. I've seen posts already where fans are saying we should just tank it out. End of the season is already near. Your quarterback situation failed. Coach is already on the hot seat to what some fans believe. Just tank it out. Get a new coach next year.
I mean,
draft Shedeur Sanders.
How many damn times
everybody moves on?
Shit? How many times over the years we can sit here and say we need to tank? Let's get a new coach. Let's do this. Let's draft this quarterback. Let's do that. That shit ain't work for a lot of folks. Okay, it ain't. Like, I'm tired of this circle. Like, let's figure it out right now. That's ideal. Let's figure it out right now. I want to tank. I want to wake up and be like, yeah, we losing today. Yeah, we losing today. There's no fun in that. You know, let's not tank. If you think we can tank, you think we got to tank, something's wrong with that. Something wrong with that analogy.
The Bears, the Cardinals, the Panthers, their season is pretty much done for at this point.
Yeah.
Especially with another loss on Sunday from either one of those teams, their season is done for. But you have teams like the Vikings that are 4-4. You have teams like the Cleveland Browns, even with their loss on Sunday, they still believe. Yeah. The Rams, I do think, is also on the verge of being towards the end of their season too as well. So it's like some teams know it's going to be hard to come back from, but the Falcons sitting at 4-4 and first in the division.
Mm-hmm.
You have big games coming up against the Saints at home, the Bucks at home, Panthers on the road, and the Saints on the road too to end the season. You can't give up now, Falcon fans.
Okay,
you cannot give up now. Jabri Harper, Jeff Wolf, Jeremiah Weems, Terrell Johnson, April Summers.
Let them know.
April Showers, D.A. Hunter, Lisa Shepard, Carey, Chase, Cree, Sullivan, everybody here in the chat, Thomas Scott. Everybody knows that this team still has a lot of fight in them. And if you're a diehard Falcon fan, if you're a believer in this team, this is the point right now where you look and say, it's November. We have some big games coming up. December, we have some big games coming up. Hopefully they put all the bullshit aside and we can start getting back on track here. You want to see 5-4. You want to see 6-4. You want to see 7-4, 8-4, and then maybe 8-5. Then you want to see 9-5. Then you want to see 10-5. You know you want to get these wins back, Falcon fans. I don't know what exactly happened with this whole quarterback situation play outside of, the performance with Desmond Ridder from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. I told you guys in the chat, most fans and most NFL media was probably rating him as like a C- type of quarterback. Like he wasn't, a tier 1 or tier 2 type of quarterback. They always had Ridder somewhere in the back of the pack. Remember the jokes about NFL on Fox? Not even remember this guy's name when they're talking about him on the reports. And Rich Eisen, before the season started, kind of already counted Desmond Ridder out. And then you had fans here in the chat saying Taylor would be quarterback by week 6, week 7.
Yep.
Sure enough, here we go. Here goes the moment that some people in that mode was waiting for. For us as Falcon fans.
Not week 9.
Yeah, so, for us as Falcon fans.
No prize for that, but a 4-4 record. I mean, we won, but it's 4-4. Who wants to be 4-4?
Sullivan says, Shucky Ducky, we back in this.
We in it. We back in it. I already know. I know.
Sullivan said he'll be at the game Sunday. Falcon fans, if you're pulling up to the game, go ahead and drop your section in the chat. We love talking with all the season ticket holders, all the diehard fans. There's probably some player family too as well in here checking in. Shout out to all the player family. Probably a couple players in here. D. Alfred, Team Glow. He was also in the chat recently watching one time. Come on, Atlanta United. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? It's 2-0.
Yeah.
They tripping.
Yeah, drop your section in the chat so Jack come sweep up the popcorn you spill on you.
Shit, that is tough. Falcon fans, drop your sections in the chat. What section are you repping this Sunday at the Benz for the Falcons versus the Vikings? April Shower said, no tank out.
None of that.
She said, hell no.
To the no.
Sade said, exactly, figure it out. You have enough time to figure this thing out. This is not the end of the season where we're looking at the 3rd pick or the 4th pick. We're looking at a position where we're still first, Falcon fans. Like, I know some people's over here upset. Totally understand. But there's no quitting. Jonathan Ross here in the chat said, ain't no quitting, my boys. Like, come on.
No, we ain't quitting, bro. We ain't quitting. That's why there's a reason why after we do all these predictions. Okay, and last year we predicted we was gonna go 17-0, and we said we was gonna win every game, on every podcast. So what's the score prediction? Yeah, we winning. I don't give a damn who we facing.
I remember that Bengals game. It was like, 35-15 Falcons.
Yeah, we're gonna smack them. Most of the other side, we got smacked. That shit was crazy.
D.A. Hunter got a chance of meeting D.A. Hunter Out in Tennessee, we shot the DA. He said, "Nah,
Yeah.
we ain't tanking. You already know
I
what we
hope to
do."
see some of y'all at the Saints game. I'm definitely gonna be there. Both
Falcon
of them.
fans, if you're going to the Falcon Saint game for Thanksgiving weekend, you know we're going to be in the building. So come on out, check out One Time for the Fan. We love talking Falcons football with everybody. We can meet up at a section, grab some drinks, talk Falcons
Yeah,
football a
man.
minute before the game starts. So outside the stadium, Bodie, when we go down to New Orleans at the end of the year, I can't wait because I do feel like we're going to be in a position where that to be announced game is going to be a prime time game. That's why I booked till Monday. I feel like they're going to make it a prime time game, even with the switch at quarterback. I do believe that the Falcons are still going to win this division. And that game right there is very important because you're going to win. You're going to win the division in New Orleans down there for the last game of the season. Or you might already have it wrapped up before then. But the last game of the season, you're going to beat the Saints. And you're really going to send them off with a fucking bye and get the hell out of here because, come on, man.
Yeah, because it was ugly last year. We got booed out the building after we lost that shit.
Bodie, we was lit, though.
Like, yeah, you suck. You suck. Yeah, get out. Go back to Atlanta.
Bodie, we was lit over there in the Saints section.
I was lit. I wasn't even drunk, and I was lit.
Lit.
But I was stomping my foot on the ground, talking about Algier and shit. I almost tore my ACL.
No cup holders. $400 seats, no cup holders. Falcon fans, it's going down in a major way. Of course, you know, One Time for the Fan every Sunday, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. We love talking Falcons football with everybody. Larry O, he's in the chat. Said, love y'all, brothers. We got this. Sullivan said, Section 321 is in the building. Cree said 118 is in the building. Larry O said 116 is in the building. You know how cool this is, Falcon fans? There are fans here in the chat that I just saw in Tennessee. That I just saw in Tennessee and I just saw in Tampa. That I just saw in Tennessee, Tampa, and London. Tennessee, Tampa, and the Packers game. There are fans where they are die-hard Atlanta Falcon fans. When you got fans like Cree, you got fans like Lario, you get the Lisa Shepherds out here, you get a lot of the Rise Up Tour members, Big Little Country, Thomas Scott, Denise Moore, Joy Burley, Fred Blackburn. Like, there's a lot of die-hard fans out here, Atlanta Falcons. So y'all got to know, like, we deep out here, man. Fans want to see some wins. They love their team. They love the red and black.
And
shit. Lisa Shepard said 134. Jonathan Frost says Section 109.
I hope you're writing this shit down so you can bring them their free t-shirt.
Shit is locked and loaded. April Showers says Section 101 is in the building. Jeremiah Weems is in the building on Sunday. He said 103. Archangel says, see y'all at the Aints game at home and in Stanky Town. Archangel, I believe, booked at the same hotel that I'm at because a lot of Falcon fans been hitting me up like, Jack, where you stay when you go to New Orleans? I don't tell everybody, but for those that do know, I'm right in the heart of the city right there when I go out there to that city because when you walk around the French Quarter, Bodie, you seen it, you're going to need to make a stop every now and then. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of walking, a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling.
A lot of hand grenades. Sure.
Shit, it's going down in a major way. Matthew Bass is in the chat, Section 108. Sonia Norwood said 134 and on the field as a flag holder this Sunday. These are the diehard fans we have here in the chat.
I'm talking about
Falcon fans. We ain't talking. These ain't no bots. This ain't no AI going on up in here. We got real deal Atlanta Falcons season ticket holders. Diehard. Sonia Norwood is another fan that you'll see on the road too as well. Diehard fans like Sonia Norwood is here in the chats. Sade said, if D. Alford is watching, I just want to say it's go time. Let's treat every game like a playoff game. I know D. Alford knows that. I know Calais Campbell knows that. I know Bud Dupree knows that because they are the players that's playing the game. So you got to think of what their mindset is right now. How can we go out here and win for the Atlanta Falcons fan base, for us, for the team, for the organization? That's a big win Sunday. A big win Sunday at home, and then you're getting ready to go on the road to play Arizona, get your bye, and come back against New Orleans. You be 6-4.
Yeah,
you can be 6-4 when the Saints come into your house.
Tired of beating ourselves. We gotta go get it. We gotta go be aggressive and go get that shit.
Thomas Scott said Razoo's gonna be on fire again. Atlanta Falcon fans, we're going to go ahead and drop it right now, man. You guys seen it the past 3 years when we go to New Orleans. Bodie, you saw it last year. We host one of the craziest, wildest parties in New Orleans. It's all good times, all in good spirit. Falcon fans Saints fans, even saw a damn Cowboys fan in there last time. But for those that go out to New Orleans, Razoo's patio bar, you know how we get down in New Orleans, y'all. So come on out if you haven't booked yet. Falcon fans have, man, they always ask me, what's the one away game you would go to? They always ask me, Jack, what's the one away game? Man, I'm saving up my money. Man, I'm about to do this. What's the one away game I would go to and just have the greatest time ever? And I said, gotta go to New Orleans.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta go to New Orleans. And what we've done with the Rise Up tour is going crazy. It's going down in a major way. Bodie, you saw it in New Orleans. You see it in every city we go to. We are really doing some crazy numbers with the Falcon fan base, but New Orleans sets it off. And to end the season with a team that I think that we know is going to probably make the playoffs, win the division, what way to end the season with a bang out there in New Orleans in January?
Yeah.
So Falcon fans, be ready for this. Be ready for this, y'all. It's going down in a major, major way. Sullivan's in the chat. He said, Bodie!
My dog. What's cracking, man? Good to see you. Good to be here. Hopefully next time we here, we talking about that dub, big dub.
That would be Sunday night, but we do have some extra content coming for you all. I know a lot of Falcon fans said, hey, we love the Sunday and Wednesday shows, but put out some more stuff because we love talking Falcons football with you all. So we will. We promise you all. Bodie 3000, your final thoughts for tonight, man. It's been great talking about a Falcons loss on Sunday, this past Sunday, then talking about a way the Falcons can win.
Great.
I mean, it's because you know, it sucks when you talk about the loss, but we're still trying to find ways for this team to get better. And I know that we're putting the positivity in the universe for this team and the organization, but they have to go out there and get the job done. And we will talk about it here on the podcast. So it has been great talking Falcons football because, you know, we do the show Wednesday and Sunday, but we talk in the chat all fucking day about the Atlanta Falcons. So we really love turning on this microphone and cameras and talking Falcons football with you all because we're diehard Atlanta Falcons fans. But Bodie, what you got for us Falcon fans tonight?
Just be ready, man. Like I said, I'm trying to be cocky or whatever, but that damn team is hurting over there. They got to rally up. They got to come all the way down to Atlanta from Minnesota, cold like Minnesota, and
shout out Yachty.
They got to really shout out Yachty. They got to come down here and try to get a win, and we can't let them. I'm sorry they hurt. We hurt too. We lost Grady. You know what I'm saying? Like that's big for us. Hopefully we can maintain this top defense in general. But shoot, it's time to play. It's always they always say next man up. So we gotta finish them off. We gotta beat them. We got to beat them. There's no question. And I almost want to say we got to beat them down, but I don't want to say that. You know, it's the NFL. You know, all these players are here for a reason. So in my mind, I don't want to say we got to beat them down, but we got to beat them for sure. So I fully expect a dub, especially after that last shit. But I'm still about to crap.
That's tough.
I need a moment.
Just don't cry at the end of the show. I don't want to edit this out.
You got it.
Falcon fans, shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody watching, listening. Tag your Falcons friends, tag your Falcons family. You know there's a lot of people that you guys rock with on the road, home games, away games. Put them onto the podcast. We're looking for special guests too as well going forward. And we do have a list of other special guests that we've already talked to and confirmed that they will be on the season 2 here of One Time for the Fan. But I reached out to another Falcon fan earlier today. He definitely said he would love to be on the podcast. So for those that want to be on the podcast and come talk Falcons football, just be real about it. You know, we want to make sure we get all the diehard fans here to express their thoughts and views about the Atlanta Falcons, just like we do here on One Time for the Fan. One Time for the Fan is for the fan. I'm a fan. Bodie's a fan. You're a fan. It's what we fucking do. We're out here talking about the Atlanta Falcons.
You're a fan.
And the fan.
You're a fan.
So
hey, I'm a fan.
It's going down this season, and for all Falcon fans that's here in the chat, we do thank you for showing the support for One Time for the Fan. but the Falcons need to go out there and win on Sunday. Like, got to create some turnovers out there. You got to get this rookie quarterback on the ground. That hostile environment, we haven't talked about it recently, but now we're back at home. The hostile environment has to be in full effect on Sunday.
It's a crucial game. I don't even realize it's one of the biggest games of the year in many ways. Not just, I mean, one, we could knock down from the first in the division. That's one. Two, the situation the game is set up for. Three, coach made a quarterback change. So he gotta act on that. I mean, it's just a lot riding on this game. We lose this game, it's a lot of shit. That hot seat, it's gonna turn from warm. That shit's gonna start bubbling.
Shit.
Like the water on the stove. All right. So we gotta win. We gotta win.
Falcon fans, we'll see you guys Sunday night, 8:00. For those that are checking in on Facebook, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. For Falcon fans that's heading to Arizona next week, I do have some information for you on Sunday's podcast. For those that's flying in, we have a lot going on with the Rise Up Tour. And, of course, we have events pretty much that weekend. So for fans that want to hang out Friday night, Saturday night, we have a lot of stuff going on. So rise up to all the Atlanta Falcon fans in here. Bodie 3000, I salute you, sir. You've done a great job once again, because not only are you the homie, but you keep it real when it comes to Atlanta Falcons. And who better than to have the podcast with than Bodie 3000?
I'd be cheating everybody if I came in here and I was delusional about what's going on with us. So, hey, I ain't gonna sit here and shit on what we got. I shit on your play though. You playing bad. I shit on that, but hey, we got to do better.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. Of course, when we lose, we do crazy stuff like this. Acoustic, cinematic.
Yeah, make you
for your listening ears. Some of y'all going to hate me after this.
Like,
why the fuck did he just play that? Well, we lost.
Hey. It's crying music. Let's go cry in the car music.
See y'all Sunday night.